Alright, bozos, summer vacation's over. Time to finish things off with one more game in the 3D All-Stars.
Actually, summer vacation doesn't end until Christmas products start going on shelves.
Well, I'll have you know that today, Santa came early.
No!
Santa came early, and he gifted us our very own Galaxy!
Galaxy!
Buzz.
Hi, I'm a bee.
It's hip.
So, ladies and gentlemen, it's been a good long while since Seeley did a Super Mario Galaxy for us way back when on the aging old Wii or Wii. I forget she recorded on the original Wii or the Wii U Virtual Console, whatever. But we're going to be tackling it once more via the Super Mario 3D All Stars port, and this time around, it's going to be for Luigi.
Oh boy.
Oh my god!
I get the feeling that one of these things was not like the other.
I am taking over.
Yeah, what's with Red Luigi over there?
This whole galaxy is nothing but Luigi's. And the red one.
Conform to the solar system, loser.
Don't worry, it's Red Luigi.
Yeah, exactly. Pay no mind to the fact that this Luigi only has an M on his hat. But yes, last time we did Super Mario Galaxy. This time we're doing Super Luigi Galaxy.
Yahoo!
Yippee!
Yahoo!
Ah, that was a
Same.
weird night last night. Who are you? Where am I? Where's Daisy?
Welcome to your spiritual journey, Luigi.
So Luigi Galaxy kind of like, first of all, first of all, you had to have beaten the game to begin with to even
Yep,
run this.
you had to get all 120 stars as Mario to unlock the Luigi mode.
Mhm.
And, I mean, this is pretty much a no-brainer for any Mario fan out there, but Luigi in Super Mario Galaxy, he runs faster, he can jump higher than Mario, he has worse traction, true to form, and there's some other, quirks and perks here and there that we can explain along the way while we go play hide-and-go-seek with the rabbits.
Well, was it this or Mario 3D... Mario 64 DS that introduced that concept of him having slippery feet?
Really? But that came out before this, I thought.
I was about to say, to be fair, the notion of Luigi having bad traction has technically been a thing since, Lost Levels.
Has it?
Oh yeah, no, that's pretty much been Luigi's long-standing tradition.
Huh.
He's got buttery feet.
I mean, there's some cases where they completely, ignore that for the sake of letting Luigi play on even footing as Mario. But usually, when it's not the case, it's to make Luigi the special boy.
Right, and honestly, it's because of a lot of the differences that Luigi has here, like what we covered and what we're about to cover soon, why there are some people that kind of consider Luigi to be a bit of a hard mode in this game.
Well, considering he's got butterfeet.
I mean, he's essentially just this game's equivalent to a New Game Plus.
I can see that.
A new game plus that you have to play the entire game just to get the privilege to play as Luigi, so you can 100% the game once again as Luigi.
I mean, it's a better reward compared to the other games, really.
Oh yeah, no, it's easily the best reward for 120 star completion that a 3D Mario's ever had.
It's a pretty fun
to play the
reward.
game again with a brand new character. And by brand new character, we mean Mario's taller younger brother.
Hello.
And honestly, that story may actually be for the best because we don't have to worry about the Luigi Quest. Luigi Quest. Luigi Quest 77 does also streamline a lot of the plots because it's just Bowser did some bad, so get out there. And this is also important because this allows us to now see James. In which configuration are you playing this game?
I am playing the game via the separate Joy-Cons.
Oh, okay. Then that does make sense then,
Here we go.
because ironically, Galaxy is probably my favorite Mario platformer before Odyssey and stuff.
Same.
But this was the game that I was the least wanting to gotcha. This was the one that I was the least looking forward to playing as part of the All-Star collections because I've been predominantly playing my games in handheld mode, and this one's not as friendly in handheld mode.
In the matter of speaking, yeah. Mostly for one thing and one thing only. The star cursor that you've pretty much been seeing me use all over the place for some... I don't remember how to... I forget if this game has the option to okay, there we go. I had
Switch
to,
it off?
I had to reposition it back to the middle because, drift and all that shit.
Yeah.
But what was I going to say? If you're
handheld
playing this
form?
game on the handheld, you don't have to worry about the star icon of itself. If you want to get star bits, you have to touch the screen.
And I don't want to touch you with my dirty man fingers.
If only the system came with a stylus.
I don't want to touch it with my greasy fingers. I just had pizza.
It's like, I don't want to touch the Switch. I don't know where it's been.
Nintendo, I can't be expected to touch the screen with my hands that shape the fates of millions. I just want to play a Mario game.
Nintendo, what the fuck? Is this what I'm going to expect for your next console?
Yes.
Fuck.
I mean, give it time. The rumor mill's been getting very, very antsy about that as of this past month.
Fuck.
I don't even know if I can trust all that. I think it's just people like having, a goof, a gaff, just making up, stuff.
Most likely.
So, for those that have been living under a rock for the past 10 or so years, Rosalina, the Mama of the Stars.
Basically, the Mario equivalent of God.
Now, it kind of was like what you were doing before. Whoever was living under the rock. Like, the one,
Not just any rock, but the rock.
the one eponymous rock.
Back when we was living in an apartment building.
Yeah, like, you were living under Dwayne The Rock Johnson.
The best, the man, the legend. So yeah, we gotta go on a grand galaxy quest. I don't know how much progress James is going for, but we gotta go and hunt down every last shine and spark and shine spark. Every last, what are they called in this game? Are they just stars?
They're stars.
Power stars and...
Grand stars, I'm thinking. That's what I'm thinking of. We need the grand stars.
The grand stars are the more important ones because they're like stars, but bigger.
Hey, they
They're
actually
stars that are
animated a
bigger
new...
than they're stars that are bigger than ours.
And I'll give them credit. They actually reanimated that little tooltip on the right.
So, say whatever you will about this port up of Super Mario Galaxy. Like, I still say, for the most part, it's pretty solid, and they touched it up whenever necessary. And if I'm not mistaken, I think this is actually based off of an earlier port up of the game that was only exclusive to outside territories.
Oh, the Chinese version?
Essentially, yeah, the one for that they made for the NVIDIA Shield.
No, the IQ.
The IQ,
The
it's some
IQ?
sort of equivalent to that, yeah.
But still, that's actually kind of interesting. I didn't know what.
Which didn't have motion control, so they had to settle with your button pressed in order to do your star spin.
Huh.
Oh.
Interesting.
But now with 3D All Stars, you can do the star spin, the old-fashioned way, or you can press the button, which for some is probably infinitely better.
We earned one additional Luigi, but the title screen had 5! How many more Luigis could we possibly need?
So many Luigis.
Would you believe me if I said it's possible to earn up to 20 Luigis at once?
Whoa.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's the thing, Iki. As far as the internet's concerned, there's no such thing as too much Luigi.
Even though in recent memory, I will agree with Hype. I feel they kind of I feel like they kind of overcompensated a bit too far in the other direction.
Yeah, it's really one of those things where it's like, considering how everyone treats Luigi, I feel like not only has he lost his privilege of being called underrated, at the risk of everyone lining up to want to strangle me, I think he kind of now fits the qualifications of being overrated.
Well, just because it's very quickly it becomes that thing of boy, you're never gonna expect who's playable in Odyssey 2, Luigi. Oh, jeez, no one saw that coming.
How could you figure that out so fast?
I mean, to be fair, I think even nowadays, I think Nintendo's all but effectively dropped the whole notion of Luigi's the underappreciated brother. He's pretty much just become just stuck to being the very standard character now, without too much fanfare, if that means anything.
I mean, think of it this way. When Super Mario Bros. Wonder, when that was announced, it was immediately pointed out that not only are the usual suspects playable, like Mario, Luigi, Toad, but you can also play as Peach, and surprise, surprise, Princess Daisy. So
I mean, that I'd say would cause a slightly bigger rift, considering that up until recently, the only mainstream Mario game Daisy's ever been relevant in is Mario Land.
You mean Mario Run?
And Mario Run, if you can't consider that any form of mainstream.
I guess.
Oh, and you could also play as Yoshi in the game, I suppose.
Yep, which I'm still curious to see how that'll turn out, considering Yoshi's pretty much being treated as one of the main cast.
Right.
I mean, that was also the case in Mario Run, so maybe they're taking a few pointers from that.
But
Well, I think
potentially, go ahead. Go ahead.
I was about to say, I think what he means is that, Yoshi's being treated as a playable character, but also just like in a lot of the 2D games, you can still ride on him as well.
Right, I think the idea is that with Yoshi being playable in the game, they're going to treat him kind of like Nabbit did in, the later updates for U, where you could play as him pretty much in every level. He couldn't use power-ups, but he was practically invincible.
And I think for every power-up that he was able to keep, it would give you a 1-up in return.
Assuming you end the level with them, yeah.
Are you
Yeah.
stepping back on the buttons?
I think you accidentally turned one back.
Did I?
Yeah, you have to turn them all blue because you're turning them off.
Wait, did I turn one back on?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where?
Keep going down here and you'll see.
There was that one. There you
I
go.
didn't notice I turned that back on.
It's all
CD
good. It's all
me.
good. It's only been like 10 minutes. We only just now found our first grand start. It's the important part is that when this game came out, just to reiterate, since we have new people on board, what were your thoughts of this being like the big flagship Mario title for the Wii?
This game was magical for me back in 2007.
Oh yeah, no, it was great. Literally spent all of an entire week just doing the whole thing top to bottom, like, not even just with Mario, but also the Luigi campaign. Like, I practically just couldn't put it down for that whole week.
I forgot how like really into it Luigi gets. Stop!
Alright, with all like, stop!
Yeah, he shouts it to the heavens.
I mean, hey, Luigi's happy to be here. Luigi's happy to be relevant again by this point, because, again, this is like the turning point for when Nintendo started treating with a little more respect dignity, and just not being treated as like a super. Well, I mean, no, by this point he was treated as a super special. I don't want to say snowflake, but like super special player in the grand scheme of things.
Yeah.
Oh shit, I didn't know we were playing Thousand Year Door as well.
Yeah, that'll be later. We got
It's very
we
amusing
still
that
got
you.
time.
I was about to say, it's very amusing that you use Thousand Year Door as a comparison, but I'll wait till everyone else finishes with their thoughts on this game.
I mean, I was joking about that little platform right here.
Oh, the beacon.
The beacon, we have light again.
It shines weakly, maybe only as bright as a Class 6 star, but at least the poor Loomis will survive now.
Thank goodness. We have considering we're literally in the vast vacuums of space, like, without that thing on, this place would literally be colder than Antarctica.
There would be no temperature whatsoever, in fact.
And
Right.
how? So, while we continue on our grand journey, which is basically get the thing. This story is important because get the thing. Doug,
The story is important because it's the most effort Shigeru Miyamoto's put into making a story for, let
Mario.
me count fingers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Admittedly, it's funny you bring up Miyamoto's involvement in the grand scheme of things, considering that the scenario in general was mostly done under his nose.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, the whole.
I thought he illustrated like an entire storybook based on this.
Well, they did, but then Miyamoto was like, this is too much story.
You did what? But that was a whole nother thing. So, Doug, what were your thoughts when you saw this game?
I remember seeing the game around when it was coming out, but I didn't get it launch year. I did have the Wii around the time. Well, it was mostly my brother's Wii. But I did get the game just a few years after getting it, and I absolutely love the game. This is probably one of my favorite 3D Mario platformers of all time. Although I haven't played this in, I want to say, close to a decade now.
Oh, I'd say you're overdue. Especially now that this game's now readily available on Switch.
You still think I'm going to get that?
I figured it was a safe assumption.
I still have the original copy, I just need to find it.
That's fair.
That's also fair.
But I guess while we're on the subject of, in terms of, counting this as one of the greatest of 3D Marios, I'm definitely on that. I definitely do agree with that to some degree. I also think that this game and its sequel are kind of neck and neck in terms of which one I prefer.
Which is fair, yeah.
Yeah, I'm kind of agree.
I think this one's got the better story, but Mario Galaxy 2's got the better gameplay.
That I'll definitely agree on. Like, I'd say...
But
the
even
original
still,
Galaxy,
overall, this and Galaxy 2 are just absolutely fantastic experiences.
Right, to the point where I'm just sitting there, seeing these debates, and it's like, who gives a fuck? They're both great for their own reasons.
Yeah.
It's like, why can't we just like them both equally? And also admit that, to be fair, Odyssey's kind of the better game nowadays. At least I think so, anyway. Listen, I'm sorry. I do think, if there's anything I'll say regarding Galaxy, it is a great 3D Mario game.
I'd say it's
It's a fantastic 3D Mario game. Although, that being said, it has one of the worst controlling Marios in a 3D space.
What?
And I only say that knowing full well that the game was designed with this gameplay in mind to the point where it's kind of a non-issue.
Compared to Sunshine, I'd say that the control in this game is a godsend.
I'll debate you on that. Like, I definitely think if there's, like, I don't know, it feels like Mario and Luigi in the Galaxy games, they don't quite have as much variety in their move pool as they used to.
Well, that's because you also don't have a fucking Super Soaker strapped to your back.
You run around, you can run around, you can do your star spin. They brought back the long jump, which I think is a godsend. But other than that, it's like, I don't know, there's just something about the way this game controls where, I don't know, it's like, in a vacuum, it's great. Like, it works perfectly. But
Does it feel slower to you?
It's, honestly, that's part of the problem, yeah, it does feel a little slower.
In that regard, I could sorta get it, but at the same time, the levels aren't as spread out compared to Mario and Sunshine.
Right, again, it's one of those things where, like, I only say that comparing it to all the other 3D Marios. By itself, it's still fantastic.
Yeah. Honestly, I can kind of sympathize with James means by that, because, like, it's a very similar process to how I feel when it comes to, like, comparing Asylum and City, where it's like, Asylum in a vacuum controls great, but I just prefer how City has just a more flexible sense of, like, control by comparison.
Yeah, and I mean, going back to my earlier example, like, when I think about, like, Mario 3D control, I'd still say the best one by hands down is Odyssey. Because he is so flexible in that game, it's almost on another level.
Oh,
Well, it's
yeah.
also because you have so many options of going about every single platform challenge in that game.
Exactly.
Oh, there you
Before
go.
we continue on with, like, what game's better, I think it's pretty much unanimous that this opening track for the game, for Good-est Galaxy at least, is one of the most sublime musical tracks in Mario history.
Yeah, I'll
In fact,
definitely agree with that.
I'd go on and say that this is better than Gusty Garden.
Honestly, I'm honestly amazed that Gusty Garden Galaxy completely overshadowed this, like, as the years went on.
I know!
Considering, this song itself is fantastic.
It's fully orchestrated. I mean, they're both fully orchestrated, but this one just... The moment you land on that first planetoid, it just blasts you away!
I mean, now that I stop and think about it, I think that's one other thing that Galaxy is most noteworthy for, is the fact that it's the first major, like, Nintendo game of its kind to actually incorporate full-on, like, it's not a full-on, but, like, the closest thing that that video games have had to full orchestras.
I think so, because it was
At the very
this.
least with Nintendo, anyway.
Sunshine
Right.
didn't have one.
No, Sunshine didn't have it.
I mean, even, like, some of the other franchises, like, I guess as a note, like, around the same time we had Galaxy, about a year prior we had Twilight Princess. And Twilight Princess, as far as I'm concerned, was not orchestrated in the slightest.
Its first trailer at E3 was orchestrated.
I think
But oddly
so.
enough, that track was not in the game proper.
Was what was I trying to say?
You have to spin it first.
Was Lost World? I know Lost World's not Mario, but I'm just thinking out loud because I know a lot of people make comparisons between Lost World and Galaxy. Was Lost World orchestrated?
Yeah.
The levels were, the cutscenes weren't.
Okay. Huh. Fair enough. Wow. Good use of the spin jump there.
Honestly, Sega's whole sound team stuff in general could be a discussion in and of itself, in a place that's a lot more relevant. But otherwise, it's like,
Yeah.
you know, like, obviously there's been games that have had orchestrated soundtracks. Back in Nintendo's case, it's like, as early as freaking Smash Bros. Melee, there was a handful of them. But it's like, especially in the Mario space, this is the first game that actually had a majority of its soundtrack be orchestrated.
Huh.
So first level done, and we got our first boss.
He mad.
A tail!
And it's one of those things for, at least for a little while, there's just some things Nintendo couldn't let die. Especially the visions of Petey Piranha.
That's Dino Piranha to you?
Well, I mean, he may have a different name, but I mean, look at that head. You can't tell me that's not a Petey face.
Well, you
Well,
better
no, it's
run.
not, because Petey has a red head, not a purple one.
Well, now
Now
it's
it's
red.
red.
But it has yellow spots, so it's not Petey Piranha. Because it's red with white spots.
Don't worry, it's
I
his
see
cousin.
Petey Piranha. I know of no other piranha that has such big lips.
Aside from regular piranha
The
plants.
piranha plants from the 64 games? Because those one have green lips.
Fellas, we don't need to fight anymore. He's dead.
Aren't we forgetting the decorative flower petals all strewn across its head?
What about him?
Doesn't that should make it, you know?
That's my trademark! Why has this baby gotta go steal it?
Yeah, it's his iconic petal, yes.
I never seen this baby once in my life before!
That's not my baby!
And I sure as hell ain't the father!
So with that said, we took down a baby.
La-di-day.
That for me, that's just a Tuesday.
Yeah, essentially. That's just part of the day job.
I will say, one of the weirder aspects of Galaxy 1 and Galaxy 2 to a lesser extent, there's way less coins compared to Sunshine and Mario 64. In fact, without spoiling anything, unless, you know, we don't really care about spoiling stuff in this game, there's no 100 coin missions.
In the traditional sense, no. Honestly, coins, like yellow coins in general in this game, are kind of a damn near non-entity, unless you need to heal yourself.
They're more akin to just health pickups.
There will be occasionally some storefronts that will reward you for having collected some coins, but otherwise, star bits are what we're after.
Yep, star bits are essentially this game's the more accurate thing to compare to coins in this game, because you know there's a shit ton of them to collect. You collect 50 of them for an extra life, and a lot of them will be spent on more than just straight up feeding the Lumas.
Yeah, you
can also use them
Stellar
as-
Completo.
Still not enough. Oh well, we can explore the Good-est some more.
Go for
What
it.
else is there to see, I wonder?
What else is there to see? Well, there's a whole galaxy to explore, my man.
Oh,
And part of it
you got me
involves
there.
a snack of cosmic proportions.
Ooh,
Curse.
sounds yummy.
Well, I guess now we're going to this. What were your thoughts when you saw this game, going from Sunshine to this?
I definitely was looking forward to this game like a lot of people, and I remember, again, kind of similar to like a lot of people, it was a very magical experience, just seeing like this brand new take on 3D Mario. It was a lot of fun to go through on both the Mario and Luigi campaigns. Like, for me, I definitely recognize it as like a very impactful game in the series, you know, for a lot of what it brought to the table, and I do still think it's a great game in its own right. Unfortunately, as time goes on, it kind of has the same problem that I have with the Thousand Year Door, where it's like, even though I still think the game in a vacuum is really great, a lot of, like, the fandom and reactions around it kind of sap away a lot of my goodwill towards it.
Really?
Well, largely in a sense of like like we mentioned before, like the notion of like, you know, like when Galaxy 2 came along, it got rid of what a lot of people consider to be one of Galaxy 1's like biggest strong suits, and people were especially vocal about what they thought about that. To a point where they're still kind of very vocal about it.
They were not happy about Rosalina being upstaged by a big fat Patrick.
Oh yeah, that's right.
I didn't mind. It was a lot more lighter, tastier, arcadey Mario experience compared to this one.
But I think
essentially.
I think the level design was still spot on for those levels where we got.
Oh yeah,
in
like
Galaxy
honestly, in many ways, I consider it just like an overall tighter and more fun experience than Galaxy 1. Even though I do acknowledge that there was like this sort of majesty that Galaxy 1 has that's not quite as prevalent in Galaxy 2, but I feel like Galaxy 2 didn't necessarily need it, if that makes any sense.
I think it made up for it.
I'd argue that the stage design in Mario Galaxy 2 is way more focused compared to Galaxy 1.
I think
Right,
right.
because that is one thing I will say regarding Galaxy 1 is why, you know, I feel so strongly about both games put together, is that Galaxy 1 is a lot easier to play than the Galaxy 2.
I think
To the point where I honestly think it's almost mind-numbing.
I think part. Oh yeah, no, I think part of it is, like, hear me out. I think part of it is that like because they're still, as you'll see in this Galaxy, in Good-est and onwards, like it almost seems like they're still trying to play with that open world aspect of things, like we saw in like with Sunshine and 64. Hence, this was supposed to have been a continuation for that, but. I wonder. I feel that Galaxy 2 may have been closer to.
For the record, I was holding up on the stick that time.
Sonic Adventure 2 strikes again.
Yeah, curse this wild camera.
Dang it, Mad Space!
But I would say that I guess Galaxy 2 was like almost like the transition to what we ended up getting with 3D Land and 3D World, where they started to play more with a linear, just a focused 3D linear level.
Well, 3D Land is purely taking a traditional 2D Mario station, translating it to 3D.
Yeah.
Right. I think a lot of the reason people were less iffy about that in 3D Land's case was because it was also technically like Mario's first 3D handheld game. So that at least had like a bit of a precedence to go with it.
True.
And then once it made the transition to the Wii U with 3D World, well, it got better over time.
I was kind of bitter by the time 3D World was first announced, only because I really fucking disliked Sticker Star. At that point, I was really jaded. I was like, I'm so sick of the standard Mario shit. Give me another dedicated 3D platformer other than this arcadey crap.
And speaking
Me associating an RPG, quote unquote, with a platforming game.
and speaking of fat Lumas, I believe James has collected enough.
You can never have enough of these little sugary candies.
They apparently taste like honey, I think.
I think so, yeah.
I've had a packet of Kampaito before.
I've never had these before, and I need to give it a shot.
They're very sugary.
I mean, fair enough.
Give me 100 of them suckers.
And it has to be collected in a single level run.
Oh, and by the way, if you fire at the Luma yet you miss, you don't get that star bit back.
Nope.
More!
Alright. It just starts talking exactly like Clancy Brown out of nowhere with his voice.
I mean, it's pink like Clancy Brown.
Behold, a geisha head.
It's a hat!
Oh my gosh, you're right. And a new
Wait,
planet.
what?
I mean, I can see it's a geisha head. It's like those layered things. Like there's like the hair bonnet, and then like there's like the layer. I can see it. Like see, it even has a little face with eyes.
The fuck? I never saw that. Wow.
Interesting.
I just thought it was just a decorated fruit hat.
And this is her hair flowing in the back. I have no idea. This is my first time seeing it, too,
I get
but
what you're
can see
saying,
it.
but I never saw it before.
But there you go. Well, bam!
Well, at least I never saw it like that before.
Right. Now, we do have one problem.
What's up?
That, I forget if a mod ever fixed this. I don't think it could fix it. But, much like with Mario Sunshine and Mario 64... Get wrecked! Unfortunately, with those, much as with those games, despite whatever special things we do, you can only collect 1 star per level.
Yeah,
Well, I mean,
which,
that's been a
to be-
standard.
It's been a standard for 3D Mario since 64, and to Galaxy's credit, the level design in the Galaxy can be very, what's the word?
Linear?
A lot of it can be super linear to a point where it would be next to impossible to be able to collect them all in sequence like you could in like Banjo or even later on in Odyssey.
True,
Yeah.
with how you're affecting the environments.
Like, I think this is like the kind of level design where, the age-old Mario 64 mentality makes perfect sense.
Fair.
I remember
But
being-
otherwise, think about it, like...
I find it funny how this is like one of the very few planetoids that they deliberately reused for Galaxy 2.
Yes, they absolutely did. I forget which galaxy it was used in, but I
It
definitely
was
remember
in
that head
Yoshi Star Galaxy, I think.
Yeah, it was Yoshi Star. It was very early on.
Also, we got a Dr. Mario pill here.
That's right. It is a pill.
Do, 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 do. Do, 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 do. Hey, I don't remember any green viruses in that game. This is Jip.
I mean, green viruses eventually were a thing in the now defunct Dr. Mario world.
Oh,
Right
Dr.
there.
Donkey Kong.
Yes, and
Dr. Donkey Kong,
And Dr. Dolphin.
Who gave a dolphin a medical license?
and don't forget the best one of the bunch, Dr. Gooba Tower.
What?
and when
Shouldn't it be
everybody
It's just a bunch of them in a trench coat.
Yes,
yeah. Go
look
ahead.
it up. It's as stupid as it sounds.
Oh,
I mean,
go
like,
ahead, Hyde.
at that point, like, if it's a Goomba Tower, shouldn't it actually be Doctor's Goomba Tower?
No,
That, but
only the top one acts as the doctor.
and when everybody has a PhD.
Nobody will.
Nobody will.
Just so.
And the world would never be the same if everyone was required to get a PhD in something.
Man, if only everybody had a doctorate.
Even babies?
Even
the
babies.
Oh, you know what? Speaking of which, don't forget the most what the fuck of inclusions. Dr. Baby Wario.
I forgot.
Who gave that baby a PhD?
Honestly, I forgot about Dr. Baby Wario.
That's not the first time that poor baby's been acknowledged since Yoshi's Island DS.
Hey, James, man, are you going to do this the proper baby way, or are you just going to long jump to the star?
Do it! Do that thing!
Hey! Jonathan.
Physics is really fun.
Nice rebound.
Slow down there, Martinet.
Physics is very fun.
Yes.
I do I do like the movement in Galaxy a lot when you like start to play with the gravity and stuff.
Oh my
It's
god,
a thrill.
I make that joke now. I'm just thinking, like you guys know about how like the black hole life losses you can get in this game. Just imagine like Mario like being sucked through the black hole, but instead of like the Mario yell, it's just the Maurice clip of "Will no one help me?"
Help me!
As it gets echoey and warbly and distorted. Well,
Spaghettification.
Anyway, that'll be a whole thing.
Oh no, I never wanted. You know, I've always wanted to be a plate of spaghetti.
No, you don't,
Luigi.
No, you don't.
Trust me,
No, you don't. So, shall we go ahead and move on to our next galaxy, or should we go ahead and wrap up Good-est first?
Who needs the bees? Let's go
I'd-
wrap up the eggs.
I'm fine either way.
I'm fine on
Sunny
that.
side up.
I was gonna say, because I guess I was gonna ask, are you going for 100% or just till we can like beat the game?
100%.
Oh boy.
I mean, because like let's
Honestly,
be honest.
like between the three Mario, like between all the 3D Marios, the only one I feel iffily about doing 100% on, aside from Odyssey, is Sunshine.
Mm-hmm.
Like Galaxy 2. Okay, maybe Galaxy 2 as well, because like
The
I'll
green
admit- I'll-
stars.
Yeah, well, not even the green stars. More so the fucking perfect run.
Oh.
Right, that
that's
one's a bit
right.
obnoxious, but as far as like Galaxy 1's concerned, I feel like it really doesn't hurt at all to go for 100% because like if you just go for like the straight up 60-star run, like just easy peasy breezy, it's well, like I said, easy peasy breezy.
Easy peasy, nice and cheesy.
I mean, that was the thing. That for the longest
like
time, that
cheese.
was. I do like it too. But yeah, but I know that was like the Nintendo way for a while, like have it be very easy and approachable.
Oh, not that fun. That's a toad.
What's that talking?
Just falls.
Get a grip on yourself.
You're living your dream,
Yeah,
huh?
shake that thing.
I've always wanted to spin among the stars.
But yeah,
Can you triple jump up to that planetoid?
I
with
don't think
Luigi?
it's possible
try,
to
give it a
move
try.
Luigi, but it's worth it. Yeah, it's worth a shot. Yeah, no, it's wait, whoa.
Yes!
Yay, Luigi!
Oh, Luigi! Oh no!
That's what I've been waiting for. That's what it's all about.
Thank
I thought that was going to transition for Ridge Racer advertisement.
No.
Oh, it's Ridge Racer.
Remember him?
Yes.
So yeah, again, there was some fun cheese that could be had in this game. It's a lot of fun.
Very fun.
You know what? Sorry, I was getting off topic. Doug, have you ever performed the perfect run?
For
Galaxy 2. Basically you do Champions Road, but there's a special like dark mode version of it.
Oh.
It's like a special dark mode variant where you have to do the entire Champions Road with a single hit point.
I've never
It's,
owned Galaxy
It's
2.
difficult.
Oh. Well, Nintendo,
I'd
all
say-
the more reason to finally put the damn thing on this console.
Seriously, like, I'm sorry, like I'll never not give him shit for that because it's like, it's just as like even 3D All Stars' title screen carries its music from Galaxy 2. You have no fucking excuse not to put it on there.
Somewhere.
But
I
yeah,
don't know.
it's like I think I might be like, unless Logan can freely correct me, I think I'm the only one in the group that actually managed to like beat the perfect run as both Mario and Luigi. But even
You
then,
beat the
it's
perfect
only
run?
been the one time.
Hold up a
Goodness.
sec. What the hell is that hole?
I think it's supposed to be a spawn, like the place where all these rolling chomps go to die.
Yep.
Oh,
It's a proud heritage tradition, like the elephants across the savannah, where they all return to whence they came out of. But
well, no, I
bet
simply
you know you
don't
beat
remember that hole being a thing in the original game.
Well, they're showing it off.
Maybe
more,
I'm
I
just
guess,
misremembering.
But yeah, I didn't know you beat the perfect run. Hype, holy crap! I
yeah,
have never
like-
done that.
Like, I am 100% both Galaxy games.
Damn.
I think I beat the perfect run once.
Well, I had to do it twice,
uh,
because technically to 100% Galaxy 2, you do have to beat every level as both Mario and Luigi.
Yeah.
Oh,
And
yeah.
what, dare I ask, is our reward?
Saying
for
hi to
Galaxy 2,
Rosalina.
I think you have Rosalina hanging out in the spaceship, but I can't think of anything too extravagant outside of that.
Not gonna lie, it's reminding me of fucking 3D Land's Champions Road.
Champion,
I mean, like-
3D, alright.
Hey,
Champion,
sucks to be that, Todd.
3D
Bye.
World, 3D World. Oh,
There can only be one lean, mean green machine.
I don't want to be a loot.
Help him, come on, just...
Be the good,
Keep going.
be the good young brother.
Thanks for releasing me.
Okie dokie.
But, yeah, no, in recent memory, the only Champions Road I've ever beaten, not counting the dark side of the moon, because that's not really like...
Oh.
It's not really
Hey,
a Champions Road.
Wow. I squished it.
Yeah.
I
We
do-
got a
I
life
do agree on that
shroom.
one,
Not
honestly.
a one-up, but
Yeah.
life shroom.
Yeah, so in
It's
recent
red
memory,
and it's got sparkly things on it.
in recent memory, the only Champions Road I ever beat, like in recent memory, was us doing our co-op run of 3D World.
Right.
Oh boy, what a trial that was.
Oh, that was fun for all the wrong reasons.
Speaking of that,
It was
remind-
also fun, because...
I think you were going to say what I was going to say, so go ahead, Steve.
I was about to say, like, then not even just doing it for James's channel, but also when I did on my own, just on my own version of the Switch version that I had James and Doug help me out with.
Though we had to do it again because someone threw me off of the fucking thing.
Oh.
But
I
we
like
did
to
fix
think
that.
that this
I
point-
do officially have 100% on that version of 3D World now.
Nice.
Nice.
I'd just like to say, I think this planetoid's meant to be like, I don't know, like one of those French onion soup bowls with on top of a plate, or maybe a souffle.
And he's the takoyaki.
Oh,
Yeah.
Well-
Kaliente.
well, Logan, you made me think once again.
How dare you make me think?
Damn it,
What a
Logan.
grand
Why'd you
day
make me
this has
think?
been.
You know using my brain hurts.
Man, I thought this commentary was supposed to be mindless fun and chatter.
No, we're gonna actually learn crap today. Turn your page.
By the way, that boss dying was me.
And welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Mario's early years. Fun with astronomy.
Oh lord.
My favorite.
What do octopi have to do with the voice of space, Mario?
I don't
You shall
know.
I will carry it to the grave.
I will carry this, along with every other Mario edutainment game, straight to my grave, because nobody needs to re-experience Mario's missing.
If I am going down, I'm taking you all with me.
That must be how Luigi must be very dedicated to that cause, because I think you guys didn't know you were doing Luigi there.
Oh, yeah, sure were. Wow.
Alright, so we're done with the egg, now let's go play with the bees at the
Okay.
Honeyhive Galaxy.
It's hip to
And then to soon introduce the character that we didn't need in Mario Kart 7.
the character that nobody asked for and nobody wanted.
Because fucking hell, that was so random.
They gave up one Luigi for this, bitch!
Just to
Literally.
spite you now, Doug. I bet you now, just to spite you, she's gonna be one of the last characters that gets into the Mario Kart.
Well, hang on a
really
second.
hope not. I fucking hope not.
Well,
Like,
hang on. Well,
those two spots should be just for Diddy Kong and Pauline and no one else.
well, I was about to say, just to go
Fair.
deeper into Logan's joke, is the Queen Bee in tour?
No. Well, actually, yes.
Yes.
Wait.
Is she?
Let me look it up.
I think
'cause
so, anyway.
I think I vaguely remember.
Because I was
this.
about to
get
say,
up as
like,
well.
unless she is in tour, I feel like she literally has no shot.
Jesus Christ, there are 250 playable characters.
She
at
is
this point.
not. It's not showing her as being. Okay, so let's see. If I look up Honey, that's right. Honey Queen's her name.
Yeah, Honey Queen.
So when I go,
Oh,
when I go,
Ooh.
Oh,
when
yeah,
I
of
go,
course.
oh, yeah. Okay, so looking at here, she did not return in Mario Kart Tour.
Oh,
then yeah, she has no chance.
And there you go.
According straight up to the Mario Kart fandom wiki, whatever, which I can trust, straight up, this is quote unquote, like, as part of this article, the reason she didn't return is because a lot of people disliked her.
And yet they gave Poochie a driver's license.
Was she that bad?
Hey, I'll take Poochie over Honey Queen.
It's a dog! How's a dog supposed to drive?
I was even about
do
to
find
go
that
for.
How can a Yoshi drive?
I was even about to go further on with Logan's joke. Is like saying, Logan, I'm glad you assumed because I can give shit about her. I mean, all I need is dry bones. That's all I got.
My thing is that
What
like
you got?
if they actually are willing to play the card of like, you know, fan outcry say that they shouldn't be there. It's funny that they play that with. It's funny that they play that with the Queen Bee, yet we still have all of the baby and metal versions still not running around.
Yeah, see, that I agree with in the sense of, like, sure, they're cool, but for every metal and for every baby... Well, okay, especially with the metals are more egregious because it's just a palette swap. There's
Who
nothing.
the fuck
no new
asked
model,
for
no...
Pink Gold Peach?
I can only
good
assume...
question.
Not
some,
Miyamoto, I could assume that.
some very sad, bored individual was like, who can I ship with Metal Mario, though?
I mean, I can understand Gold Mario for completing the 200 all the cups, but still, what the fuck?
Do you ever find it kind of funny how Mario and Peach are the ones with have the most variants of characters in a Mario Kart game?
I know, like, what the fuck?
No!
Well, yeah, and they definitely do.
Could be worse. It could be that really lame Mario mobile game. Hey, that'll be Luigi.
Nobody remembers that B. Luigi existed.
Oh.
Except Mario Kart Tour does.
I was like, it could be worse. It could be that one. It could be that one weird Mario mobile game that had the Devil Mario, but it basically like it listed every single
Wait, huh?
Mario variant as its own character, like Ice Mario, Fire Mario, Metal Mario, Devil Mario. Basically, Doug, there was this. I want to say it was either released in India or in.
It was just a straight up bootleg. That's all you need to say.
It was a straight up bootleg, but it went above and beyond that. So it was supposed to be this grand like video game like mashup like RPG or whatever. It was supposed to be one of those character collectors like Mario Kart Tour in the sense
Like a
that
gotcha.
exactly where you're supposed to be spending resources and money trying to get and build up and level up everybody, but they actually went the extra mile of having voice acting for all of these characters. Lame voice acting at times, but sometimes honestly pretty okay, like in like sound-alikes or at least impersonators. And out of nowhere, there's just Devil Mario, who is just looks like a DeviantArt OC. Hello, honey. And it is heavy. Careful now.
Not
Oh.
for bees.
And thank you. And it just looks like a red Mario with horns and wings, and his voice has like the cliche like doubled like lowered pitched don't touch water now voice
Yeah, bees don't like water.
voice
Bees
filter.
are allergic to water.
And one of my favorite lines that kind of became a meme in the sense of like it kept being replayed on Twitter and stuff at the time. It's just imagine you just see this. You're playing a Nintendo game, then suddenly you see Mario. It's like Devil Mario. Okay, what's his catchphrase? Where is God when you need him?
Where is God when you need him? What the actual fuck?
Good question,
To
Devil
like
Mario.
to like sow the seeds of doubt in the minds of the young. It was such a weird idea. But then you
so
also
Give it time.
fucking
It-
dumb.
You know, all things considered, wouldn't it make more sense to have Wario be the freaking satanic demon?
It makes
No,
sense.
we already have Devil Mario.
I love the idea. I love the idea.
You beg for mercy, instead you get Wario.
It was. Well, it's a mixture of that mixed with.
Ooh.
Here we go.
Away!
It just reminds me of this. Okay, hear me out. I know I do it a lot, but this is just the interaction is playing in my head like this of when Game Grumps, they were playing one of those games, and Danny, I guess, at one point mentioned like he would do this, and the basically the statement was like going back and forth, like yeah, and then you would be in like you would be like my shoulder devil, and then he would be my shoulder, and Aaron was like, why am I the devil? Oh, I don't know. says Dan to him in such a tone like, "Why would I be the shoulder devil?" Oh, I don't know.
Oh, I don't know.
So I just see for some reason I just see Wario be like, "Why would I be the devil?" Oh, I don't know.
It's like,
I don't know.
I don't know. Maybe because being near you is hell.
Because you haven't bathed in months.
That is a rightful accusation. I have not bathed in months.
I thought you were about to. I thought you were about to react to me. It's like that is true. I am very much hell.
And who might you be? A physician? You're gonna do something that if any adult were to assess this exact same situation, the rating of this game would climb at least 2 letters of the alphabet. So just
Luigi,
be aware that
I'm
you're
afraid.
gonna... Yes.
Luigi, I'm afraid to tell you, but you are going to have several regrets.
Just
now
get to scratching. Just get to scratching.
So 2 letters of the alphabet. So this game would be rated G.
Yep, for God.
For gross.
For gross.
Rated PG.
PG. Icky, have you heard of the game? Now that I'm kind of on a roll here, I'm sorry, James. Have you heard
Before
of the
you,
game?
before you told me the name of the game, yes, I've heard of Grossology.
Yay!
Didn't we bring this up in an earlier freaking Mario project?
I think so.
I believe so. I believe at least.
I was also about to say, you know, I wonder if I could flip myself into a cart one day. Or excuse me, what if we, not I,
the royal we could.
The royal we.
Also, hello, Toad.
Oh.
A bee! It's him! Squishy! Squishy! Oh! Luigi! Oh! Luigi!
Just
It's my Halloween.
Then we thought Bowser would and then we got lost with Luigi. Totally different guy.
It's my Halloween costume.
It's
Don't worry
Luigi
about it.
with a capital L!
It's not that bad, says Luigi. Being green is nice, and you have a strong self-esteem, said Luigi.
And then Luigi had an existential crisis upon learning that there was another one of him somewhere out there in the universe.
Yep. But all you gotta know is that Yahoo, that was the introduction of Captain Toad and the Toad Brigade, one of which got several game tie-ins and a movie license deal. The other 3 kind of relegated to fruit snacks.
I mean, like, say whatever you will about them. This is pretty much just their apology note for how fucking useless they were in Sunshine.
Yeah.
100%.
Very much.
So your name's Luigi. I like that. That's such a nice ring.
That's just as nice ring. Okay. Thank you.
Wouldn't that just
Meanwhile, elsewhere in the universe, Daisy has a shiver up her spine.
It's like,
oh, Iki, save that particular thought for later.
I'm just saying that
Lord.
it's like,
I don't know why, but I'm gonna go kick Luigi's butt tomorrow.
Why me?
I'm going to strangle that green bean tomorrow.
it's like that's for yesterday, Mario.
What'd I do?
No, the other Mario.
The green Mario.
So,
Mr. Luigi! Check it out! I'm a mail toad! I have a letter for you!
dear Mario, I hope that this letter finds you well and not those dastardly male
And
pirates
not those
that have been
grubby
stashed
mitts of your brother.
of your brother.
It's addressed to Mario! Don't be upset, Luigi. Hang in there! By the way, she stuffed a whole buttload of one-ups in this letter. One-up?
Jesus Christ!
Bloody one-ups. I'm not getting a game over anytime soon.
Nope.
Unless I restart the console.
Why?
Yeah, it's like,
I won't get the game over anytime soon. Unless I restart the console, because that does reset my life counter.
I have this idea. Hear me out, Icky. While we talk, while Luigi gets blinded by Captain
Luigi.
Toad here.
My eyes!
Basically, as we learn about the Toad Brigade trying to repair their ship, when you mentioned the grubby hands of Luigi, I don't know why, but in my head, I just suddenly pictured that as the narration of Peach reading, because that's how they do it. You hear the voice like all filtering in the distance as it's reading the letter. As it mentions the grubby hands, as it continues to read, Luigi cuts to him in the camera looking at his hands like Plankton does.
Just Plankton with a mustache, a bulbous nose, and a hat.
I hope this reaches you, not those stubby, tiny fingerprints of Luigi.
so at that point, wouldn't that be just
Tiny fingerprints. Oh, what's this?
But then,
we unlocked a super special Loopdeloop galaxy.
Oh no!
but then it happens the second time like that. Just you could get your stubby little hands on the Krabby, and he just cuts to him still
Krabby Patty
self-conscious,
secret formula.
still self-conscious about them. Like, wait, they're not.
Not gonna lie, Logan, you're making
Anyway.
me tempted to draw Luigi with nubs.
Surfing LOL.
This is the part where they're like, Luigi, what's under your gloves? Funny you ask, and there's just no hand. it's just a green nub, and the glove just kind of sticks off on the end.
Yep.
You may be wondering how I'm still able to grab onto things despite my inability to have tactile grip on things. Well, goodbye. Bye.
No, even funnier, I'm just reminded of that Family Guy bit. Actually, I'm not really Luigi. I'm a broom.
I'm a
and he
broom.
takes off his mask and just like just shovels into a pile of clothes
just
with the
falls
broom
down.
inside.
I am not a horse.
Princess Rosalina, what are your
To
thoughts?
be honest with you, Rosalina, I was surprised.
I'm surprised. Oh my god.
Hey, are you a surfer too?
No
Yeah,
way.
well,
No.
Oh.
Oh, but this is your first time ice surfing, right? Well, then let me show you the ropes.
I said I know what I'm doing.
Oh, lordy.
Now let me explain for the kids back home.
Okay.
First, hold up your your stick thingy like this. That's it.
And then thrust!
Now twist it left
Yeah.
and to the right.
And if it's drifting, don't call Nintendo. We had nothing to do about it. Also, I'm glad that you appreciate the art as much as I do.
Okay, so you know exactly what I was chuckling at. Double damn it.
Yeah. That'll be shared with James later. For now, he's got racing.
Yep, I'm gonna go racing with the most bounciest of marine animals.
It does
This is
now.
a very bouncy, trouncy waterway.
Doug has spotted it as well. James will spot it in due time. But I will say, while we're doing this, I am curious, since we're now dealing with... Oh god, really quick. Between the Wii and the Switch, has it been a decade?
Well over a decade.
I think so, yeah.
Icky has spotted it as well. James will spot it soon, don't worry. I'm
Sorry, look. I'm laughing at the picture.
I know.
Actually, you guys want to feel really old?
Uh-huh.
Give it about 4 more years. This game will turn 20.
You're right, yeah.
Oh my god.
Oh, Jesus.
Alright, well, now I'm not even going to say the cool
Oh,
thing
hey, my
I had in
fingers are
mind.
disintegrating into sand. What la-di-da.
Okay, no, not that. Okay, I was going to say, I'm curious, now that we're dealing with over a decade's worth of advancements in technology, is the motion control or, like, you know, accuracy smoother in the Joy-Con than it was with the Wiimote?
It's about the same.
Ah, okay, fair enough.
The only real downside with the 3D All-Stars version is that back in the Wii days, the Wii remote at least had a whole like sensor bar to make precision aiming a lot better.
Right.
Nowadays we don't have such luxuries. Now the Joy-Cons have their own like AR sensor function, kind of
Right.
like what the Wii Motion Pad Plus had.
It just reacts, like, with
so
relativity.
it means you're likely going to need to reposition it every other time, considering it's not the most. It's not perfect.
Right, it doesn't remember where its quote-unquote center is supposed to be. So is it you press down on it or up on it on the D-pad?
You press the R button in order to recenter the cursor.
Oh. Huh, alrighty. You win!
Yippee.
You know, that wasn't as bad. You know, that wasn't as bad as everyone else is saying. That was relatively smooth.
It could have been better. It could have been worse. One time I was doing a playthrough of it, and I laughed about it, but I was doing a playthrough of it. And I fucked up the jumping for the star bit at the end. So, in the perspective of this penguin, he just watched this legend climb to the tops of the racing championship, and then end it all immediately upon.
Thanks, guys. I'm not going to see the fucking water rate the same way again.
Yay! He spotted it.
Hello, it's me. Your worst nightmares.
To be fair, it's not that bad in Pikmin 4.
I'm the death incarnate of Pikmin. Also, I'm naked.
To be
Check
fair,
out my 2 rolling pins!
to be fair, go ahead.
Well, so the devil in that fucking show is absolutely fucking a treat.
Oh, I mean, it's just I genuinely
It's
think
just
that was just
Charlie
Charlie
Adler
Adler
having a whale of a
either
time.
just improvised or just unhinged, just saying, I'm gonna see how I just want to have fun.
Who's to say it can't be both?
Yeah.
Trouble on the tower, right?
Because they want to have fun.
Doug,
That's all I really want.
now that it's in my head, because Hype shared it with me, Doug, has Hype ever shared with you the red guy's O face?
The red guy's O face.
Yes.
Okay,
Brought
so
to
for
us by
context,
Charlotte.
so for context, so there's this podcast that Rob Paulson has called Talking Tunes, and I guess at one point he did like a live show during it, and during it he had Charlie Adler as a guest, and it had Charlie do a handful of skits involving one of his characters, one of them being something that he claims that, I think about this a lot, is what he claims, is
Yes.
a skit of the red guy having an orgasm.
And exactly what that would sound like. And it's about as visceral and aggressive as you would expect it to.
And that, my friends, is what gave the red guy his distinctive voice.
Yeah.
I can already imagine that in my head. Like that alone is great, but I just love like some of the reactions before and afterwards. Like when Charlie outright says what he's about to do, Rob just goes, "You see what you people have done?"
Hey, it's the famous guild board.
There's some signs that actually talk for whatever reason.
The wall jumps to reach really high areas. If you listen closely, they actually have JonTron's voice. No, they removed that. But no, what else? What?
Now it just sounds like he's shitting himself.
I know.
For a second, I thought you were referring to A Hat in Time.
No, I'm thinking ukulele. No, they kept JonTron's voice in that.
Yeah.
Actually, no. That's right. Yeah, they kept him.
Yeah, they did.
And
they kept him.
And I remember
that's right.
because Matt made the. Because I remember Matt made the joke about, like, you can hate him as much as the real JonTron because his character's kind of a dick anyway.
Yahoo!
Yeah.
Beyond that, the only other voice I know for a fact is ProZD. He plays the owls.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
With the glasses, like, oh, I'm just here trying to do this. Yeah.
And then, of course, there's Youngtown as the Snatcher.
Of course.
Like, who doesn't forget about the Snatcher?
And then, oh crap, why am I forgetting? Who played DJ Grooves?
I don't remember.
I forgot.
The guy who voiced Bobobo?
No, that wasn't him. Wait, that wasn't Patrick Seitz, was it?
What? No?
Okay, no.
I don't think Patrick Seitz is even in that.
Anthony
Anthony
Sardina. Who also was the voice of Williams in River City Girls 2. He was.
You get around to doing that.
We will. I know that one. So hear me out. I still think it's a fun game, but for some reason, is it okay for me to say that I was kind of underwhelmed a bit with 2 overall?
I mean, the fact there's a lot to expect when you add more than just 2 playable characters. The plot is still primarily focused on the first 2.
I think it was also just like I don't know. Like I guess the problem was that like for me it kind of felt a little bit like more of the same. Which the combat was okay, but I still feel like the combo system and like trying to like dodge guard breaks.
I don't think I've ever seen a grislier death for a
just
Whittler.
Splatted everywhere. But you know what it is? It's because I'm also remembering that like some of the bosses I remembered. Okay, one in particular I just remember being outright bullshit. Being the fight against the possessed or corrupted Marisa. What the hell's her name? Marina?
Yeah, Marisa. No, Marion.
Marion. Because of how often and easy it is to like insta die because of platforming and insta pits.
Yeah, no, that part sucks.
Yeah. But I don't know. I guess how to put this. I think the problem for me is that when I look at River City Girls 2, it doesn't really feel like River City Girls 2 to me. It feels more like 1.5 or like an addition, like the new level. I don't know. It feels
more
like
a DLC pack than a sequel.
Kind of. I don't know. Like, you know what it is? I think it's also like I got easily winded with how much. So they have all this content in the game that's spread around you doing either side quests, and all you really get are support characters. But if you're not really using support characters all that much anyway, then it kind of becomes pointless very quickly.
Yeah. I mean, I guess the way you could pretty much, in a way, River City Girls 2 was not unlike, say, Splatoon 2, where even like right out the gate, it just felt like a redux of the same game.
Thank goodness Octo expansion came along, which, by the way, I'm still... Oh, man.
Oh, boy.
My baby!
Which, by the way, I am... Oh, go ahead.
I was about to say, I need a reminder. Did we ever do the story mode in Splatoon 3 for the channel yet?
Not yet.
Not yet.
It is on my to-do list, but I think I was waiting until Side Order came out.
Okay.
Sorry about that. My pizza just got here.
You're good. You're
pizza
good.
time.
What kind of pizza? kind of pizza?
It's good. Also, I see we squashed a big bug.
That's
No, he's
not
asking
the
what's on
correct
the
answer.
pizza.
Oh, it's just plain.
Okay.
Just
Okay,
cheese?
just cheese?
Yeah.
Not even any pepperoni.
No.
You don't like pepperoni?
Aw.
Nyat.
Wow,
Heathen.
you really are a plain pizza eater.
Unless it's like extra cheese.
Time to go to Domino's.
Anyway, we got a visitor that has come to visit the terrace. It's another hungry Loma.
It's me. I'm hungry.
He's got hunger pangs even greater than Iki's.
Oh. Well,
He wants 400 star bits.
this is why we've
We
been...
even have?
Yep. This is why James has been being very particular about saving certain like things. Look at him; he's so cute, and he's ready to explode into brand new life.
You know, every time I'm sure someone's made this joke before, but every time you feed those fat, hungry Lumas and they explode in the sky, I'm half expecting like an atomic belch sound as they explode.
He died doing what he loved.
Or like a massive...
You know what? I'm sorry. Now you just made me think of something I'll probably put in post-editing. The sound that you make whenever in Pikmin 2 whenever you bring out the super better spray.
Don't.
Perfect, do it.
That really obnoxious burp sound I've been playing on the soundboard every once in a while on Discord.
Or you know what? Even funnier, if you just edited in Patrick Sisson screaming as he launches into the sun.
What?
Oh, we already did that for Spyro.
Mercy.
Oh, yeah.
Anyway, now we got the sweet galaxy, which is full of holes.
It's a very short level.
I mean, a lot of the levels that you earn from the yeah, a lot of the ones that you earn from the Hungry Lumas are relatively short. Like they're just more bonus galaxies.
Yep.
Yeah.
Now mind your step. Oh.
Mind your step, Luigi. Remember, you still got butter under your feet. Oh, I forgot to scrape that off.
Man.
Hey.
It was a good thing I
Apologies.
just finished
You're
the-
walking around
Oh,
on
oh.
cake icing, Luigi.
Doug,
a
what
good
would
thing
you
I just
say?
fin-
Oh. Go ahead.
I was just saying, it's a good thing I just finished having some muffin bread, otherwise this would make me hungry.
Yeah. I mainly say this because I'm curious. What do you say? We got it. Oh, it's mine now.
Just for you.
I
By the
got
way, I
the-
think if you
oh.
check behind the cake, there's even more star bits.
Yep, there are.
And you can even look over there and it reacts to them.
Hey, we're going back!
Okay.
Let's stop quitting on the job!
Hey, that's skipping!
Just like,
But no,
I love mint chocolate!
You're weird.
oh damn. But I was say, Doug, because to further perpetuate the stereotype that you are our challenge boy and does all the challenges. what he does? He's good. He's very good at these games.
there's a reason we have a
No, I was
dozen-
talking about the stereotype comment.
I don't know. That was probably not the right word to use for that particular instance.
It was funny though.
stereotypical.
Hey, look, a Bowser level. I would say, what was probably the hardest thing you've ever?
Bowser level and a bonus.
Oh, I would say, what was probably the hardest challenge you've ever done, Doug?
I really don't know. I really have to think on that one. Because I remember
I think
3D
the
Land really gave me the most shit, but other than that, I'm really trying to think of something else.
Wait, you're talking about the 3DS one?
Yeah, the 3DS one.
Huh.
Yeah, I remember the final challenge of that game was kind of a pain.
It's a
in the
pain
neck.
in the ass.
Oh, yeah.
Flipswitch.
Ooh, this one.
Ipswitch.
Actually, no, wait, I'm getting this confused with another one. Never mind.
There you go.
This is one galaxy where the game gets really fucking weird for a moment.
Yep, because this is like the one rare time before they really started to push it. It's a little extra nostalgia for the Mario 1 fans.
Hey!
Why is the atmosphere of this galaxy just a sprite sheet?
I don't know.
Alright,
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I just consider it just a fucking fever dream.
cut to
Yeah.
Luigi. Alright, I'm just gonna move. We're not gonna talk about this ever again. Understood? Deal.
I am frightened. I want out
my
of
God.
here.
Oh,
Nice. That's fair.
Yeah, I'm really
For
trying to
me,
think on
I
this
think-
one because you really got me on the stump on that one.
oh.
I think the greatest challenge I ever did, well, more so tedious challenge, but one I did nonetheless, was I beat all of Mario Color Splash without like really engaging with the coloring, like painting mechanics.
Right, I forgot you did that thing because Arlo challenged you to do it.
Not
Admittedly,
Arlo
that doesn't
did
seem
not
like that much of a challenge.
Arlo did not challenge me to do it. It was more so that after watching his review video on it and seeing how many like things there are in the game that really can just help you, and there's like basically to prove how useless a lot of the mechanics were and how more out of obligation they were brought in to begin with. I wanted to actually see how useless could they be. Kind of like how there's one person who right now, Icky, is attempting to beat Pikmin 4 without ever using Pikmin. Just simply
just using Ochi?
Just using Ochi and bomb rocks that you, the captain, since they did that, you can now throw bomb rocks yourself now. He's gonna see if he can beat the game using only throwable items and Ochi.
Well, how early can you get ice bombs?
I don't know about. Actually, don't know. I'll have to double check, but I remember the.
And honestly, I'll just keep saying it until the cows come home. I think that kind of challenge is kind of moot, considering that until I'd say maybe the halfway point of the story, you kind of do need Pikmin to get a move on with collecting all your.
It'll be. I can only imagine how tedious it is. Like
it would that's a very stupidly tedious challenge.
Because Ochi can only carry one thing at a time.
Exactly.
I can only imagine.
Unfortunately, Honeyhive is currently suffering a bandit bug infestation. You better do something about that.
You know what? That challenge is meant for people who have too many Dandori issues.
I was gonna say,
yeah, right.
I would say that is kind of the thing where like it'll definitely say something if they can pull it off, but most people are gonna look and be like, "Cool, why did you do that?" It'll be like
people are bored.
It'll be like that one meme or that one comic or whatever where like a video game developer will be like, I did this in your game. Why the hell didn't we put those in the game for a reason?
Right. I mean, I understand that there's there are people out there that want to challenge themselves with playing the game a certain way, but then some of them do make perfect sense. Like
I remember.
You know what? I'll have to think back on that one, but there's just some that are really fucking stupid.
Okay.
To the point where it's like there's a reason why you still do it anyway.
Oh, I remember now. I know that one YouTuber I like watching, Game Champ. She does a number of challenges that are really wow.
What's so funny?
That was perfect. That was perfectly timed. I love that.
Splash. She's done a number of fun challenges, some of which being like, oh god, what was one of them? One of them, some of the more like intense ones being beating Mega Man 1. So far, I believe they've beaten Mega Man 1, 2, and 3. I don't know if they did 4, but beating Mega Man 1, 2, and 3 without taking damage once.
Oh, that sounds
man. That sounds like a nightmare.
The neighbors are...
The neighbors are causing a riffraff. Do something about it.
Kill them with extreme impunity.
Please take my boot. Take the boot and shove it right up their face.
I think
hands you her shoes like.
Even though I'm a vegetarian, I think you should kill that mole.
Oh.
It's not a mole. It's a bug.
We don't face the mole in this chapter.
This is the flying.
Oh, my bad.
Not fine. This is a boom bug or a bugaboom. Oh, sorry. Go ahead. Go ahead, Doug.
I think I got an answer to somewhat answer your question, Logan, but...
Oh, go for it.
I can only remember this slightly because I did do this right when I got the game. Completely we just mentioned 2 without getting hit.
Oh.
That was my earliest of even doing it.
Do you remember how many attempts that ended up taking you?
Oh, a lot. I definitely remember that with my fucking pity-ass 13-year-old myself.
Well, I can also imagine being very... I can also imagine being kind of... I can also imagine being kind of...
Hit him right in the head, and he didn't like that one bit.
Now you can turn, though. But I can imagine that would also get super tedious after a while, because Luigi's Mansion 2... Granted, we are getting that on the Switch at some point now.
Yay! Really looking forward to that.
Why?
Same. We'll finally be able to do it for the channel. But I would say, I remember Luigi's Mansion 2 having a lot of loading screens because of a lot of cutscenes and a lot of going back and forth back and forth between the mansions.
And a lot of really low quality audio.
But that'll hopefully be better, Icky. It'll hopefully be fixed. Yeah.
I hope so, because the initial trailer wasn't giving me any hope.
I think what stopped me the most with doing that challenge, of course, was the final mansion, as well as the King Boo boss fight for a bit.
Yeah, the King Boo
because
boss fight,
especially fuck that final fuck that final challenge in that last mansion. That can suck it.
I just
remember remember that one Gauntlet mission that nearly doomed the entirety of the Mario universe?
Which one?
The one near the end.
Oh, yes, that's right. Where just everything was starting to fall apart, and just like,
Right.
Ugh.
It's like, would things be different if Luigi didn't take care of that in time?
Yeah.
and then there's Bowser. Like,
There would be no Bowser. There would be no Mario Brothers. There would be no Nintendo.
I just love this. Where it's like Bowser's like,
Ow! I was hidden in the entire galaxy. How did you find me?
I looked for the planet that looked like your head.
Oh! You know what? That might explain some things.
Okay.
I'll give you that.
Galaxy does a thing. So Galaxy does a thing where half of the boss stages belong to Bowser, the other half belong to Junior, because Junior, well, this is like the only other, like the one other time besides spin-offs where he actually was relevant.
Yeah.
That is true.
But I believe I want to say this boss was the poster child boss that was horrible. This was the poster child boss I think was in all the commercials and stuff because oh my gosh, look it's Mario Shadow of the Colossus.
It's ginormous, and it's also the original plan for the final boss of Ocarina of Time.
Really?
I think.
Yeah, that was supposed to be Ganondorf. Enlarged to such epic proportions that the N64 couldn't quite handle.
Large to such proportions that you had to physically climb it up it.
I'm surprised we actually never got that in any other not even in Breath of the Wild where he is big enough to do that.
I mean, to some degree you could do it in, and I'm just gonna go ahead and say, minor spoiler tag, you can technically do that in Tears of the Kingdom.
Ooh.
Okay.
I won't say how, but you'll see why by the end.
Are you telling me I actually get to use the climbing skills that I've gotten to ascend Matthew Mercer's pecs?
If only.
Or I assume we're talking about Ganon Beast, like Beast Ganon. I mean, okay, avoiding spoilers because I need to play it myself. But all right, I will.
I'll keep silent for now. But I mean, go figure. Ganon's the final boss.
I mean, I assume
Surprise.
the whole point is that it's almost meant to be kind of like.
Oh right, I gotta get out of here.
I assume,
What were you doing?
I
don't know. I was checking to see if there were any more cages I could pull.
Right, but no, I assume it's very much similar to Ocarina of Time in the sense of Ganondorf is just he's just the the preeminent I bring with me Ganon the Chaos Beast himself or whatever.
Always and forever.
Hey.
Though I'll at least give Tears of the Kingdom credit whether they play a nice little twist on it.
Okay. Alright.
I'd say that Twilight Princess is the closest we've gotten to a Shadow of the Colossus type of boss fight. Did I say Twilight Princess or Tears of the Kingdom?
You said
Tears.
you said Twilight.
Just making
you said
sure.
Twilight, but then said Tears, and then which boss are you talking about?
They both start with a T.
I get you.
I say Twilight Princess because of the Morpheal boss fight,
Oh, yeah, I can kind of see that.
and maybe parts of the Xant fight,
Oh, that's right, when he gets all big. My favorite boss fight, though.
and they go shrinky dink.
It's weird, but my favorite boss fight, just because of how wild and metal it is in hindsight, is I love the I forgot his name, but it's the giant Stal-Lord.
Yeah, the Star-Lord.
The Stal-Lord. I love the Stal-Lord
Oh
fight.
yeah, the final boss of Link's crossbow training.
Yes, but just because it's so dumb for sure. But
And this.
guys, I think at first they're only on the bottom. There we go. And then you do this, and then alert!
Alert!
Red alert! Red alert! Green mustache man broke our defenses. Send out reinforcements.
Plumber alert, plumber alert, plumber alert.
Stash detected. Stash detected. Hole in one. Lots of fun, or whatever it is.
Warning! Warning! The green man said that the red man can get ladies if they have good taste.
Hey, nice.
Ooh, nice!
Good skill double shot. And
Goodbye, Megaleg. We'll see you in the next game as a baby.
As a downgrade.
But oh my gosh, what was going on with this? Yeah, even though it's a super weird niche. Even though it's a super weird niche item, I love the freaking ancient gear for rolling like a freaking motorcycle on walls.
Yeah.
Hopping back
Oh,
and
the
forth.
spinner, you mean?
Yeah, the spinner thingy. Yeah. Yahoo.
Yeah, I preferred it if it were a little bit quicker.
And it was relevant. It was useful for more than one dungeon.
Yeah, like transportation, maybe.
Alas, that was not the case.
Oof.
And behold, the core of the Comet Observatory is just a little bit brighter.
And this is good because now we can access a whole nother Bathroom. You can go to the bathroom.
Oh,
fountain.
fountain.
Now we get to go to Rosalina's bathhouse.
Oh, finally, I've been holding it in for hours.
Oh,
Not that.
Not that kind of bathroom!
oh my gosh, I've been going across 3 different universes, and Luigi's got to go drop off some sensitive boys at the pool, if you know what I mean. Oh, it's a
Luigi's
fountain.
gotta
Don't
drop
do it in
off
there,
some
Luigi.
soy
Get out.
boys.
That's not the That's the fountain. That's the fountain.
That's the
It's
fountain.
not-
That's our
I-
drinking supply,
I
you idiot!
rescind the suggestion.
Isn't it called the bathroom in Japan?
Yes,
It is.
I mean, it's essentially just. It may as well just be a shower room for all we care.
Off the top of my
I
head,
mean, it's technically correct in being a bathroom. You bathe in it.
off the top of my head, kind of like the Alvin and the Chipmunks thing. I love the idea of her talking like, once all the power is restored, Alvin, don't touch the core. We'll be able to fly to the city. She just keeps turning her head over the shoulders. Kids, don't touch that.
I know that wild eagles are only out. I forgot about that.
I mean, neither. I know it's okay.
There's a wild eagle in the observatory.
Get it. If you forget the location of a dome, I don't think we ever learned this dude's name.
But I think his name's like Polari.
Polari? Oh, that name does sound familiar. Well,
Yeah, it's something that you only really learn in supplementary material. But yeah, no, his name's supposed to be Polari. He's Rosalina's equivalent to Toadsworth. Remember him?
yeah.
He lived a good life.
Hey,
Is he really dead, or is he just on vacation?
He's in a retirement home.
I was about to say he's in retirement home because
Put
Scott Burns retired from being him.
aww.
I thought Martinet voiced him.
No, I learned later it was actually a different. It wasn't Martinet.
Oh, my bad.
I think I did hear it was Scott Burns who voiced him.
Wasn't Scott
Yeah.
Burns also the voice of Bowser in that game?
Yes.
Oh
my God.
That would make okay. Fair enough.
Mario, how dare you disturb my family vacation?
Aha. So
So yeah, ladies and gentlemen, next up on the biome list, we now have the fountain,
The Royal Water Park.
the Royal Water Park. But we're gonna have to save that for another time because we're already done more or less with the terrace. So I mean, it only makes sense that we'll save the next session for the next biodome in the game. So see you all.
The Biodome.
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 Next time on Polly Shore's Biodome.
Go for it.
Anyway, we'll see you all next time.
Bye bye.
Goodbye.
Beyond the Thunder Biodome.